All right, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash.
No honors to our elders, the apostles, the great millstone. And honors to you brothers who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. This lesson is entitled Adultery. All right, because one thing that a man normally falls weak to in America and just all over in general, and then even when you read in the history of the scriptures, King David fell weak. All right, just a bunch of men fell weak to adultery and the damn women. And remember, this same generation that is back today was that generation that killed our Lord Yahushua. And how did the Lord deem them? He said that this is an adulterous generation, a wicked and adulterous generation after Satan. Now, when you listen to rap music and all this different stuff today, they always talk about effing your woman. You know what I'm saying? Taking your woman, taking your girl. This is all you hear. I was with your girl. Yeah, I'm with your girl. And then even when you go out, you see Jake, they'll actually look your woman up and down. Your woman could be ugly. I mean, not to disrespect her, but you know, you could have a woman that's ugly next to you, but now all of a sudden, since it's yours, Jake wants it because of this adulterous spirit. And as brothers in this truth, you can't be adulterous, man. That is a no-go. All right, you entertain other men's women and all this other stuff, and then you tell yourself in your head, well, I ain't gonna do nothing with them. I'm just this and that. Like, look, bro, if this man figured out that you over here entertaining his woman and you ain't got any plans of doing nothing with her, how would he react? Matter of fact, how would you react if the woman you got, that's what she does? She goes and just flirts with friends, as she'll call them. It's unacceptable, Jake. All right.
This is Genesis 39:4. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord Yahweh blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord Yahweh was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. Going into when Joseph was actually under the Pharaoh in Egypt. So it states, but he refused. Well, you know what? We'll read it again. Genesis 39:7. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wrought not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither have he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High?
So he's even telling her, he's like, wait a minute, your husband, which is my master, that gave me everything. He trusts me. And all in all, he's saying he trusts me 100%.
Right.
And the only thing that I don't have access to is you.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's because you his wife.
It's time.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that that you're trying to mess with him, but you see his integrity?
Yeah.
He's not over there. Well, shit. What you over here for? Why you what you looking at me for, girl? You know, doing all this, messing with him. Like, shoot, come on. Yeah. Man, if you didn't have a man, no, baby. Oh, yeah, I'll be tearing that. He wasn't talking to her like that. There's no time to play with her like that, man.
That's right. That's right.
You're like, what type of wickedness are you trying to get me to commit against the Most High? And ultimately, Jake, when you're confronted with adulterous situations, because you in the valley of the shadow of death, the Jake who in America and the other brothers all around the earth, You deal with women, and you're gonna run into situations to where women are gonna put you in a position of adultery. All right, you never want to be the one who's over here pushing for adultery. Now that's just plain wicked. But you're gonna be in those positions where women are gonna say things. I can name a couple personal things that I've heard. Women say to me, when you try to talk to them, and they'll say, you ask them about a man, well, he ain't here. He probably out fucking some other girl. She's implying that she's gonna mess with you and cheat, do all this wickedness, because he's out with some chick. And more than likely, that chick is lying. He probably at the house watching the kids.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Playing the game with him, and she said she was gonna be out with her friends. And now, if you a simpleton, and you like, well, he ain't no good. Or as a Jake, since you know you an Israelite, well, he in the world. She need a real man. You know what I'm saying? And you even got some Jake who been wicked, which we've seen in Israel from other guys. You know, not in Great Millstone that I know of, but you know, other guys, they'll have a guy that's of low rank or whatever within their organization or whatever they call themselves, and it would be a guy who got rank take that dude girl, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll want her for himself, so he'll take the man's girl from the guy who's less of rank than him. And that's wicked, man.
That's some bullshit.
It's borderline homosexual, really, if you ask me.
Right.
Why you even want to get in there? You know how nasty this
I'll beat your ass.
little man in the bedroom that the Most High set up. It get nasty between a man and a woman. All right, it gets nasty. All right. So I mean, why would you even want to be involved with all that, man? You know, get your own.
Verse 10, and it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her. So long story short, she was persistent. All right, because it states that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her, but just lay down with me, or let's just kick it in some form, some fashion, or to be with her. All right, so he didn't commit to that act. Verse 11.
And I'm pretty sure some of you bros who see this video, y'all have had this situation happen to you where women with men were very persistent. Matter of fact, you telling them no made them want you even more. Like, they try to touch you, try to grab your arm whenever they see you or different stuff, especially on some of these jobs. You know, that's mainly where it goes down. All right, go ahead.
And verse 11. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he had brought in Hebrew unto us to mock us. He had came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. So that just goes to show you that in certain situations, and in most situations, these women are utterly wicked, man. But then, Jake, you have to have some fucking self-restraint too, man. Like, you don't supposed to be engaging with a woman that you know is married, man. Now, it's a different story if you find out within that process and then you terminate that process. But if you're pursuing a woman, especially you know she's married, man, you're committing adultery. Adultery is why you've already did it within your mindset. You know?
It started in your mind, then it came out physical. You did it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be lusting after another man's woman. You can't be doing anything like that, man. Like I say, if you got a man, just go on and get but like I say, in Joseph's situation, he was trapped. And still, he maintained his integrity. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of these Jakes today, what they'll do, they'll been smash their master's wife, man. He don't even know that when he leave, she want their good stuff. Like, Jake, you simple. You will die in this house, man. You over here with this man's wife.
Yeah.
And then you act like he's weak or something when he gets upset because you done took his wife, man.
So in this situation, you see how the integrity that Joseph had ultimately to the Most High, because he did not commit adultery. The second account, Genesis 21. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister, and Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But the Most High came to Amalek in a dream by night, and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. Now look how the Most High got down with this heathen. He didn't even know. But then you have Jake within a camp that'll know and still conduct yourself as a man of the Lord. You out there on the highways and the byways instructing Israel on how they supposed to be living accordingly, but then you're going against the grain in your personal life, which makes you a fucking hypocrite. And if it applies to you, then it applies to you. All right. Verse 3, verse 4. But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister, and she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And the Most High said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her.
So the Lord talking to him like, yeah, because really Abraham said that that was his sister because he was scared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That they were going to take him or whatever. But they saw that Sarah was fine. She was beautiful.
Gorgeous lady.
So, sister, all right, well then I'm going to get her then. Instead of messing with him or killing him or locking him up or whatever the case may be, they just got his sister.
Yeah.
Well, his wife. And yeah, so the Lord came, like, I know you didn't know, so I stopped you from committing adultery.
Meaning he put the spirit on him not to do so.
Because it said, for thou art but a dead man. So you see how the Most High getting down, hey, you're going to die behind this. You go in on her, you're going to die behind her. So yeah, that's just going to show you, hey, that ain't no joke right there when you playing with some real fire, when you roll up on another man's woman, and this is the type of stuff that you plan on doing, man.
Right. And look at the integrity of the heathen. You know, basically, like, look, I didn't even know. I was just going by what he told me, what she told me. That's the reason why I pursued her. But then you have men in the truth that basically would know and still pursue. So that would make Abimelech more righteous than you or than y'all. All right. Then now, therefore, restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die. Know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are dying. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears, and the men were so afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of the Most High is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. You know, and it came to pass when the Most High caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her that, Salaki, this is thy kindness which shall show unto me at every place whether we shall come, say of me, he is my brother. But that's the integrity of Abimelech. So we see the integrity of our forefather Jacob, on how he was pursued ongoing by Pharaoh's wicked wife, and we saw Abimelech, who was actually from another nation.
Joseph.
It's like, yes, like in Joseph, the water Joseph. And we saw Abimelech as well. He was a heathen, but he had a form of integrity.
And that's how you gotta be, Jake. You know, when you figure out something like, oh, she got a man, hey, it's time to escape. It's time to get the hell out of Dodge, man. Because you see how the Most High talking when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing around with you when it come to that. Because when you read that in the scriptures, that's a sin unto death. You know what I'm saying? Look at America today, or just the world today, and you see how but especially America and all the adultery going on. Now look at the condition of our people because of this. This is why the Most High said, hey, that's a sin unto death, man. You can't be doing that. Whole families and all this get broken up because you're just trying to tickle your wee-wee all the time, man. And whatever you can put it in. You know what I'm saying?
This is Exodus. You know what? Yeah. Get Exodus 20:17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Right. That's why the Lord said in the New Testament, he said, the law is summed up with love your neighbor as you love yourself. So it's going to show you that you're not supposed to covet anything that your brother got, man. You're not supposed to be looking at his like I say, his maid servants. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to be because really back in the ancient world, when our women had their servants and we had maid servants in the house, the man was popular. You know, the man, the master of the house was popping all those women, unless he gave one of them to another male servant that he had in the house, because some of them were men servants. Yeah. And when you read the law, the man who run it all, the Israelite man who's over it, according to the law, he can set them up, you know what I'm saying, and let them be together or whatever. So yeah, like I say, that was happening. That's why you ain't supposed to be coveting out of his stuff. You're not supposed to want his ox. You're not supposed to be wanting this and wanting that. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember seeing guys, this was years back. And a lot of these guys ain't in the truth no more. But certain brothers, they'll pull up in a nice car, and here comes Jake talking about you ain't suffering. But it's really because they coveting what you got. You know what I'm saying? They really want that. You see what I'm saying? And it's just a whole bunch of, you have a fine ass woman, Jake want that woman. Jake really in his heart, he has a burning lust for her. Like, man, I know what to do with that. He don't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. And Jake had this demon in his head. He don't rebuke it. He don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He just let it happen. And then it destroys him from the inside out. And next thing you know, he's committing all forms of wickedness, man.
Mm-hmm. And this is Proverbs 6:32. But whoso commit adultery with a woman lack understanding, he that do it destroy his own soul.
So it's telling you, man, you killing your own damn self, and you ain't got no understanding. Mm-hmm. You stupid. Or as they say back in the country, you a stupid rock-headed son of a gun. That's what they'll say about you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll say something like that because hey, you can't hear nothing. You stupid. You act like you can't absorb information. And man, these women today, just to be honest, even though the scriptures it tell you really don't need to be just seeking out a whole bunch of different women. But these women today are single as hell. All right, it's to the point where a lot of them desperate. I just need somebody. I gave up on life. I just need somebody that just actually, he ain't even gotta be there like that. Just do right by me. Mm-hmm. So Jake, what's the point of you when all this is right here at your disposal, and instead of just, well, really you just need to be focusing on doing the work and different stuff like that. But you have these women at your disposal But now you covet the one that has a man just because you like the way she look. Well, there's other single ones that look just as good.
Yeah.
Why do you have why is your wee getting stiff when it comes to the other man's woman?
I want a body on it.
Right. Yeah, he wants a body on it.
And it's manipulated by Satan, man.
Mm-hmm.
Satan is trying to use that to eradicate your dumb ass from the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have some fucking willpower, man. And if you don't have that willpower, you need to fast and pray, man, to get that demon off of you, because you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al-Shah.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Fasting and prayer.
Mm-hmm. And Matthew 5:28. You know what? I started 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So yeah, and what that means is if you looking at another man's woman and you lusting in your head, you like, I smash it. You over here got all these thoughts in your head. That's what he's saying. It's not saying, because you know naturally if you see a beautiful woman, you're gonna be like,
Damn.
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You even confident, bro. Hey, you have a beautiful family, brother. You ain't gonna be telling all up on his wife. They don't know. But you got a beautiful family. But even the brother show you a picture, like, oh man, hey,
That's
good job, brother.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be like that, but it ain't. But see, if you over here look, shit,
Drooling and shit.
yeah, you like, God, you over here licking the lips like LL Cool J.
We doing a 6-4 in your pants. God damn, what's going on?
But it's true, yeah, you going off. I'm talking about you done committed adultery probably 3-4 times in your head, man.
Hell yeah.
Turn that
And,
ass.
and you know, you can't be doing that, man.
God.
You know what I'm saying? When you find out these chicks got men, don't linger around. Because that's the trap.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say wine and women. Because especially if you've been drinking at the same time, she's rubbed up all on you. And she's like, well, what would my man think? The fuck I asked you had a man. What you mean? You know? But if you stick to, wait a minute, you tell me you had a man? Well, what's going on with that? And you still rubbing up on her like, man, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have her laid up on her back or bent over somewhere, and you ain't going to know how to stop it.
Come on, bro. This is Matthew 5:15-16. And Yahweh said, are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever enter in at the mouth go into the belly and is cast out in the draught, into the draught. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and they defile the man. This is the point though. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witnesses, blasphemies.
Because you done already within yourself told yourself, yeah, I'm going to do this. So that's why I'm saying the stuff that come out of mouth, this is who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And it needs to be fixed. You over here lusting after women or different stuff like that, adultery will get you put straight down, man. All right? And that's where it's going to happen. And the Lord is going to take his spirit away from you. You know, everybody, like I say, ain't got the sure mercies of David. All right? Now, like I say, things can happen to where you could get put in a situation. But that don't mean that you go and goddamn, you just go through with it. That's wicked.
Well, Joseph shows you how to do it.
He was put in a
He was
situation.
put in that situation. So you leave, you exit out of the nearest exit. You get off the fucking interstate, man. You know what I'm saying? And basically meaning leave that situation. I mean, there's no excuses. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Unless you really didn't know and you found out, and when you find out, you're supposed to leave.
How often does that happen?
Right. And well, last one from me, brother. Hey, Deuteronomy 5:18. Neither shalt thou commit adultery.
So it's just letting you know, don't commit adultery, man. It's repeated over and over and over in the scriptures. Like I say, man, even in the midst of this society, our women have been brought low and they crazy as hell towards us. But still, even the Most High showed a little mercy to where there's an abundant amount of them.
Yeah.
And honestly, nobody wants them.
Yeah.
So you can easily go out there and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You can easily go out there and you have avenues to get your release, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you have avenues. If you craving company of a woman, hey, there's avenues for you to get it. All right, so there's no excuses of a man to be, well, she came on to me. It don't matter. She came on to Joseph. All right, and it's even worse. You come on back to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it'll get you hemmed up. You put the death in this piece, but that's it. And with that, Lord, we brothers edified. Shalom.